In this week's video, I continue my journey across West Africa, leaving the Guinean highlands and waterfalls of the Fouta Djallon region behind, heading southwest across the country to the capital city of Conakry. Overland travel in Guinea is not exactly easy, and to get to the capital I'd first need to endure over 12 hours crammed into the back of an overloaded station wagon, where I'll share a single seat with another passenger, endure some of the most potholed roads in West Africa, say hello to the random goat tied to the roof, and contemplate my life choices as we crawl at a 20km/h snail's pace towards the Guinean capital. This is your guide to traveling overland from Labe to Conakry, Guinea. Good morning from Labe, Guinea. I'm just here at the bus terminal and I'm getting a bus over to Kindia, or a taxi I should say, shared taxi. Should take about 5 or 6 hours to get down there. It's gonna leave after they find about one more person, so very shortly here. But let's go to Kindia. So it's been about 3 hours now. I woke up actually really early to try to get a taxi out of here, but they just can't fill it. There's just not enough demand to Kindia, so looks like he's kind of proposing that we all split the remaining tickets, the cost of the remaining tickets, and then we'll get out of here. But man, it is really hard to find transportation in Guinea, especially in these rural areas. It doesn't fill very fast, so it takes forever to find people. Literally 3 hours now and still nobody showing up. So hopefully we'll get out of here soon, and then that'll put me, if I actually accomplish what I hope to today, I will reach Kindia, which is about, let's say, 100 kilometers from Conakry. So I'll likely sleep in Kindia today and then Conakry tomorrow. I tell you, it is so hard to find Coke anywhere in this part of Africa. Guinea-Bissau didn't have it, and Guinea doesn't have it, technically. So you will find these, though, and if you look closely, Vietnamese written on it. So they get their Coke basically imported from Vietnam for likely very cheap, and are able to sell it. It's not cheap here, though, whatsoever. I got this at the Shell gas station, and it was $2.50 Canadian. That's insane, even in Canada. So can for $2.50, but I'm desperate. I really do love Coke, so it is what it is.
He says something like, okay, you go in that car.
All right, we finally are leaving at 12:30 p.m. So there's like a 4-hour wait to get this thing to fill up to Kindia. I don't know, maybe I should have went to Conakry, I'm not sure, but or maybe got here a lot earlier, maybe at 6 or 7 a.m. But in any case, I guess I'm cramped into a car with 3 others in this row, so it's definitely a tight squeeze, but we are leaving. Alright, we're just at a rest stop. Slow go, and it's a really cramped squeeze there in the back. But I guess at least I have a ride to Kindia. It's going to take all day though. The guy's going like 20 kilometers an hour, so unbelievably inefficient public transport in Guinea, and it's very slow. Very slow. So shockingly, actually. It's like 20 kilometers an hour. So slow. Almost like you're riding a bike. And this is the taxi that's taking me down to Kindia. See, they're pretty overloaded on the top, but should be okay. Little trip companion on the roof there, goat. So it's definitely green here in the highlands. We just passed the town of Pita, but Kindia is in this direction, and Conakry. So the driver says that it's still about 2 more hours to get to Kindia. I'm probably not going all the way to Conakry today because there's a decent Airbnb in Kindia, so it looks pretty good. And Conakry is stinking expensive, so I decided to just you know, cut the trip short, and then at least I'm stationed. If I want to just ditch and go to Freetown, I can do that instead of Conakry. So it gives me a few more options, I guess. I don't have to decide right away, but should be there by about 7 o'clock p.m. So these little baggies of water are indispensable here in Guinea. This is pretty well the beverage of choice around here, and it's the easiest thing to find. And on the plus side, they're only 8 cents a piece. Alright, it looks like we are unloading some luggage, and we stopped in this little town. I'm not even sure where we are. About an hour from Mamou. So the sun is going down really fast now, as you can see. It's pretty much down now, almost. Likely going to be in Kindia after dark, unfortunately. And it's so inefficient to travel here. Like, the distance today was 250 kilometers, and I've already been on this bus for 6 hours. All right, it is sunset, which means that it's time to pray. So there's a prayer stop again, little mosque. So it will slow you down. They do make stops throughout the day. So if you're traveling for a full day itinerary like this, you'll stop pretty well every 3 hours, 2 hours to do a prayer stop on the side of the highway. So it's time consuming for sure. They're about 15 minutes each. So just know that if you come to Guinea, there's no way around it. It's a very devout Islamic country, and like 98%. So they take it pretty seriously here. So another thing that I've noticed during my time here is that there are very few roadside restaurants or even stands selling any food of any sort. You'll sometimes pass like baskets full of mangoes and what else? Avocados, things like that. But in general, not really any cafes, little stands selling like a sandwich or anything. I don't think I've ever been to a country, in my recollection at least, that had this level of food insecurity. It's actually shocking. Like, there's no restaurants or cafes anywhere around me. Like, you could find some stuff like that in the cities or in the towns, but in these villages, it's like you're hard pressed to find anything. Maybe a can of sardines if you're lucky. All right, I know you probably can't see this, but we just arrived here in Kindia at the Gare Routière, just unloading the luggage, and then I'm off to the hotel. Trying to find this hotel. So it looks like I'm staying at the Hotel Sumboya. The Airbnb that I intended to stay in here that looked really good is actually like 15 kilometers outside of town. So it was gonna cost like 10 bucks just to get out there. And honestly, I couldn't be bothered. So I just decided to get a local hotel here. All right, well, that all happened so fast that I couldn't even process it really. But taxi driver dropped me off at this random hotel, which is actually not bad. I asked for the best hotel in town. It has an air conditioner, it has a television. Those are both good signs. And the bed looks clean. I mean, it's not to say that there is no bed bugs after my experiences here in this part of the world so far, but they're not visible, and there's no poop stains from the bed bugs. So there's that little work area. The furniture is very old and creaky. This is the only downside. I got my suitcases in the back of the truck with the goat, all 10 hours to get here basically, so I don't trust it. I'm pretty sure it's filled with who knows what, so I'm keeping it in the bathroom overnight. But bathroom here is definitely sulfurous, let's put it that way. It has an odor for sure. But other than that, the room is pretty decent. I'm not gonna overthink this. I just need a good night's sleep, and if the bed bugs come, the bed bugs come. Honest to goodness, at this point, what can I do? I mean, I'm in part of the world that really doesn't have, you know, I guess, Western standard hotel rooms. So these things are bound to happen. And again, it's not always the hotel's fault. It could be a guest bringing it in and so forth. But honestly, I'm just kind of done preventing it. So I will embrace my fate that I'm probably gonna carry some bed bugs around and do my best to clean my luggage and basically throw everything out when I get home. That's really what this boils down to. Well, good morning from Kindia, Guinea. I stayed at this actually pretty decent room. There's no bed bugs. The traps did not detect any, so that's good. Clean, comfortable, really hot water. I had the best shower I think I've had in weeks since Dakar, so crazy. I am headed out now to get a minibus down to the capital city of Conakry. It's 3 hours down the road. I cannot believe it's taken me almost 4 days to travel the roughly 500 kilometers between Bissau and Conakry, but that's the way it is here. In any case, let's go to the capital. C'est place Conakry. Garage, yeah, Conakry. Okay. So these canned sardines are an absolute lifesaver. They sell them pretty much at every roadside stand here. And honestly, it's one of the best snacks you can get here. It's only $1, and honestly, it holds you over. Great, we're leaving Kindia. I ended up getting myself 2 seats because I want to be comfortable on this ride. Pretty much worth the money so I can get my own seat and not be cramped the whole way. So legroom's a little bit sparse, but other than that, decent views out the front window. Alright, we are arriving in Conakry. Alright, I'm on the back of a motorbike heading to the airport. Crazy traffic. It's a lot of fun, but probably not the safest thing I've ever done. The shared taxi that took me down here ended up paying for this motorcycle to take me the rest of the way. Great, I just got the hotel shuttle and I'm heading down to the center of Conakry now, to the Kaloum area. So it should take us about maybe 30 minutes, we'll see. So I'm out for a little evening walk here in Conakry to get oriented, and this is my hotel, the Grand Hotel Central, right here in the heart of the Kaloum district. You can see it's getting pretty dark now though, so I'm gonna head to the supermarket and get some groceries. So it's a pretty modern city center, as you can see. So far I've had no issues here. So pretty impressive mosque down here, but this is pretty much the heart of Kaloum. So things are picking up now that Iftar is kicking in with Ramadan. The fast is ending for the day. So a lot of people out in the streets now buying food for dinner and so forth. So after visiting so many villages and exploring rural Guinea, it's really cool to come to the capital city and see just how developed it can be. It's kind of refreshing. So I'm just heading down here to the casino supermarket, which is just down here on the left. I haven't seen a casino since Dakar, so definitely looking forward to getting myself some dinner. So I'm just at the supermarket here in Conakry at the casino, which is a French supermarket chain, and I cannot tell you how depressing it is. They literally have almost nothing here. It's actually scary. Wow, it's like a 7-Eleven. So I'm down here at the Kaloum waterfront. You can see all the boats there in the distance. Definitely a beautiful spot. Basically, Kaloum is a circular shaped piece of land, I guess, at the very end of the peninsula. You are pretty much surrounded on all sides by water, with the exception of the little road leading into it and the surrounding streets. But pretty beautiful view of the sea, at least, even if the beach is a little bit dirty. All right, well, it's getting dark now at this point, so I'm headed back to the hotel. But good orientation just to get the vibe of the place and to really see what I'm up against tomorrow morning when I begin my day of sightseeing here. So no hassles with the cameras or anything. And, you know, I probably have had an opportunity to be mugged many times here and nobody has taken the chance. So seems like a pretty safe place and way more developed than I thought it would be down here. So pretty cool. So this is my room at the Grand Hotel Central in the Kaloum district of Conakry. Basically right in the heart of downtown at the end of the peninsula, facing the Atlantic. Beautiful property. Has a TV, little workstation, luggage rack. Show you the washroom over here. Pretty modern sink, shower, could use a cleaning, but it looks pretty good. Toilet's clean enough. And honestly, it has a very powerful air conditioner, and that's what matters most to me in this grueling heat. It's like 40 degrees outside. And I managed to get my visa sticker that I didn't get at the land border. They don't give them out there. So I had the entry visa that's printed off from the e-visa, but you have to trade that eventually for a real visa. And they gave me 5 years multiple entry. Crazy. Very good value for 80 bucks. So I know this is probably not your idea of a very exciting dinner, but boy, these sardines have been a lifesaver here in West Africa for me. Protein within easy reach on every street corner, and they're only $1 a can. So got 2 of those, and I got some peas and carrots for dinner tonight, and a croissant, and I guess a Pepsi Max. Bon appetit! I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified when new episodes are posted. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.